Ahum, and thank you for coming for part 3 of activating our light bodies. What is a light body? How does it help us? How do we get to a rainbow body status? Thank you for joining me for that, because this is something that I feel that we've been doing since the moment we were born, except nobody has ever explained it until we hit a certain age that we're older now. Thankfully, there are younger and younger people in this coming this generation that we're in that already know about light bodies, because you know the the newbies that come in already know about this, right? So, or have a good inkling about what they need to do. But the rest of us that are still here, we have not been taught what a light body is. This is probably one of the first times you've ever heard about what a light body is. So we've been going through the videos to explain everything about the light body, and then it's up to you to grab that information, put it together, and see how it's going to help you. It's very important for you to do that. And the reason why I say that is because then in that process, you yourself are going into your own light body activation. It doesn't mean that everybody needs to go to somebody to get their light body activated. But if you feel that what you've learned here needs some fine tuning, I am all for going to someone that knows light bodies, how they work, what you're going to feel, what symptomatology is going to tell you that you're going through a light body activation. And it's basically everything that has to do with healing yourself, being true to yourself, and dispersing energies that you do not need, because you've realized, and again, for our generation, we've realized when we come to a point in our lives that we don't want any more BS. We're done with the crap, including the crap that we build ourselves. So that actually opens you up to much light, much energy that actually continues to activate different parts of your light body. Your light body has different parts. It's like a little onion, right? And the more positive energy you give it, the more you release the negative parts of your life, the more layers get the light activated. So it gets to the point that this is where everybody wants, I'm pretty sure, that you are living a happy life. Why shouldn't you have that? We should be teaching this to our kids and teaching them to be kids, to enjoy their light body as their children. Oh, yeah. Yeah. And not teach them to hide it and wait until they're a certain age to want and to rediscover. Oh my God. And you'll see what I'm talking about as the videos progress. Okay, so today we're going to talk about the Arcturian healing techniques. Why am I talking about Arcturian healing techniques? Well, because we have help. We have help. We've always had help. The problem is we stand in the way. And then when we realize it, a lot of people say, oh, it's too late. No, it's never late. It's not. It just isn't. Arcturian healing, well, the Arcturians bring a lot of healing techniques. And not only are they good for the physical, they're also good for the etheric emotional, which is the etheric emotional, because you have etheric and then you have the emotional, but it's the etheric emotional side or body. Then we have astral, mental, spiritual. My God. Like I said, and we're starting out here, so I don't want to bring in all the other bodies. We're talking dimensions, other possibilities, and all that other stuff. How do the Arcturian healing modality work? Well, we know where by this time you should know where the Arcturians come from, what they mean, how they use their energy, how they come to us and help us. Why are they helping us? We already should know that, okay? So their healing modality, technology, zooms through all dimensions, all space, all time, right? Because the way that they work is if they're healing us here in the present, it is then, and this is the magnitude of their technology in healing. If the healing is present, because this is where we have time, right? This is where we use time. So we understand that when we say through time and space, it's here, because they know that if the healing is here in the present, if they get to us here in the present, then what is going to happen is that healing is going to ebb and flow out to all our lifetimes. And not only through all our lifetimes, but through all dimensions. And we already know that we have infinite amount of lifetimes and infinite amount of dimensions. There are dimensions we don't even know about, because our technology, our little pieces of our brains that we just use, what is it, like 1% of the brain that we use, or 10% of the brain? No, it was 1% of the brain is what we're using. So imagine if we used more of that brain power and we were to then be able to get to the technology that they have, but we can't. We're not there yet. We have a lot to go, a long way to go. In the physical body, I'm talking. We need to start separating the physical body from everything else that we are. They work symbiotically together, but we need to, the comprehension, the only way that you're going to comprehend this is by separating. They work together, but you need to understand why the physical body does one thing, why we do something else outside the body. Okay. So what happens is that the healing that happens with us, within us, since we're part of the oneness, even though we're here in the third dimension, we're still part of the oneness, actually touches everyone in every dimension and every universe throughout and all their lifetime, right? In our lifetime, a little bit at a time, right? So anybody that is a living being receives that healing. So when we accept it to heal ourselves, we are actually healing everyone and everything in this universe and all others. And we know that infinity, there is an infinite amount of possibilities, probable possibilities, universes, lifetimes, existences. It is the way that it is. Okay. We're not the only Coca-Cola in the desert. And if that is your thinking, time to really get yourself in a spiritual development course, whether it's with me or with anybody else, anybody that you feel gives you that light, that makes you feel good. Like on the first two videos before this one, this is number 3. This is your calling. This is your system, your communication between you and your light body saying, we can learn something here. Let's do it. Okay. Because you get that. You start getting that intuition to tell you who is going to work for you or not. I may not be your teacher. I may be just someone giving you direction to find something. And then you're going to find the person that is going to be just perfect for you. Right? Because that's, and then you're going to realize, oh my God, I did write this because I remember this, because you start going back and learning and remembering, right? One of the most advanced healers are the Arcturian. Everybody knows it. You need to get yourself out there and learn, right? They have beautiful techniques. And they have, one of the things that they do is, we all have some dormant chakra, right? We all have some damaged strands of DNA that are dormant, that they themselves feel they have been forgotten and unusable, or I don't like the word forgotten. It's more like, and I don't like the word neglected either. It's more like we just don't remember. There's so many things that we have to do to ascend. And while it should not be used as an excuse, we do need to accept the help that we get, because there's a reason why we're not here alone. We're supposed to understand, remove ego, and accept the help that we're getting, because it is divine energy, it is divine and divinely guided. So how is it that they do it? They use these, one of the things that they use is cosmic codes of consciousness. Okay, cosmic codes of consciousness. Cosmic codes, cosmic because of where it comes from. Codes is because they work with science. Science works with equations and formulas. Well, these are codes. And then of consciousness, well, I don't need to explain that. And then all these cosmic codes of consciousness, they actually work with what people call star magic. Star magic. It's cute. And what that does is it opens portals that you never knew existed, right? And it opens them up. A lot of people say, well, they unlock them. They're not locked. Chakra portals are not locked. Not by any means. Because then the information from the divine wouldn't flow, would it? They're not locked. These portals are there for you to use. And you get, and what we know right now is based on the information that we have, based on the information that we can handle. We need to understand that that is what all this is about. Every time we get a download, we get more information, and then it's like, oh, then we share it, because First of all, because we're told we need to share it. And second of all, is why wouldn't you share that? Right? So what happens is you get these portals, and to all your 13 chakras. But not only do you have 13 chakras that it opens the portal to, you also have 7 subtle bodies that also receive. And then these codes start going into your chakras and the subtle bodies, right? Here comes the information. Yeah. But it goes directly into the earth chakra system. So that then what happens is once it goes into the earth's chakra system, then you get automatically attuned to this earth. And even more so, when you get attuned, you become connected, so that then there's communication about what it is that needs to happen. What do you need to do to continue this earth and this earth's energy and livelihood, right? That's huge. So how do you get ready to receive this type of healing? Well, first of all, there are certain things in your life that you need to stop. If this is what you want, this is what you need to do. It's all a give and take, right? The laws of giving and receiving. Yes, you need to limit the exposure you give, not only to your body, but your brain and your soul, to violence. Why? And I want you to think about this. Why is there not a TV channel and hundreds of TV channels exposing the good in people and situations and stuff? No, everything is negative. Everything is violent. Everything, when you look at it, you're like, oh my God, you get stressed. You feel anxiety. You get depressed. Then, this is what you're exposed to day in and day out. Well, what does that do to your vibration? Any attachments, any stress, avoid foods that are over processed, right? Mold is a huge problem in your system. So if anything has mold, recycle it, all right? One of the biggest things that you need to do is get some sunshine, even if it's 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes in the afternoon. But you must get sunshine. And sunshine, receiving sunshine in your heart chakra and your third eye. And remember, your thymus gland is here too. But if you're sitting or you're standing, you can open up your arms and go to this position facing the sun. You will receive a lot in just 10 minutes. Okay, don't do this in the middle of the day when the sun is the hottest. Do it in sunrise, do it in the sunset, where the energy of the sun is at its gentlest point. Okay. I don't have to tell you about fresh air, drinking water, and letting go of addictions with sugar, alcohol, smoking, non-prescription drugs. If you are prone to arguments, to being greedy, to wanting to control others, this is the time that you can let that go, because you need to prepare to receive. Again, it's a give and take. I'm going to give the universe everything that does not work for me so it can transmute it and send it to wherever it needs to do, and let it come out of me, so it's not part of me. And then I'm going to work hard. Did I tell you this was going to be easy? Because that's the first thing I did in video 1, to tell you guys this is not easy. It's a full shift that you'll be doing. So you need to come to terms. Did you come here to be a walking little battery, a tourist, or did you come here to ascend yourself? If you find yourself that this is too much work, then you're here to be a little walking battery, or just a tourist. There's nothing wrong with that, because you're filling up a space with the necessary energy that the rest of us in the oneness can actually use. You don't really understand that you still have a purpose in this world, and rightly so. Okay. But if you find that, yeah, I think I'm ready to make this change, and I don't care if it's hard or not, I'm going to try my best to do it. Just that intention alone can begin to shed light on your light body. Okay. So these attachments, these things that limit you, that make you not be your best self, what you would be as a co-creator, those are the things you need to let go of. I'm still working on so many of them, coming from a warrior past life. I'm not here to judge, and I'm certainly not here. We're not in a time and place where I could use my sword and my shield. I know. So I'm learning still, right? And we all do. So let's I want you, before we continue, I want you to just take a moment and let's see if we can feel our Arcturian friends. We are their energy, actually. Let's see if we are able to achieve this today.
MH Cares is a complete emotional and spiritual care provider. We have the tools you need for your emotional and spiritual well-being, bringing together conventional and New Age psychotherapy modalities. Call us today and find out for yourself. If you're looking for a sign, this could be it. MH Cares. We show you how to master your harmony.
I want you to just sit back and relax. Find a really good space to just relax. It's not going to take long. All right. And I want you to either sit or lay down, whatever it is that helps you. And let's set an intention. Our intention at this point is for us to be able to focus and connecting and opening our inner spiritual channels to the Arcturian nation. And what we want to do is set the intention of us feeling some kind of healing receiving some kind of healing to help us move away from anything that is not helping us, any addiction, any thought process, any depression, anxiety, uh, anything like that, as little or as big as it could be, it's still, you're still going to feel alleviated by the time we're done, right? So I want you to focus on your breathing and take a deep breath in, hold it, and breathe out. Take another deep breath in and invite all the intelligence of the universe into your breath and your lungs, and let that extra energy, and breathe out. Let that extra oxygen massage your inner organs, get to your brain, massage that. And let those atoms and molecules around you and inside of you start vibrating so they can create a platform for this energy to enter. During this meditative state, even though it's very short, healing is powerful, but we understand that healing will be at its full potential once you reach deep meditation, or that place between waking and sleeping. If you remember, prayers before sleeping opens portals. And the basic Our Father, yes, I'm using the scriptures. Lead us not into temptation, that's addiction. There's a lot of other connotations there that keep breathing in and out. That becomes the prayer that the Arcturians listen to as well. Because even though we're praying to our Creator, it is the Creator that made the Arcturians to help us, wasn't he? So he sends his people, and the Arcturians are definitely that. I want you to feel this energy. It's a little sphere of light. And that little sphere of light, I want you to envision right in front of you. And here's where we open up ourselves to welcome the Arcturian healing. These are free-flowing energies out there that the Arcturians have filled our universe with. And whenever it is that we need it, they come closer. These little spheres of healing that they have deposited all over the universe. And whenever we use one or two or three, they create more. So there's always a constant flow. Now this beautiful white and vibrant and beaming sphere begins to widen from top to bottom, as if there was a slit between time and space and our universe right in front of us. So it's going right in front of us, front. I want you to take your hands and go to each side of that slit and open it up just a little. And as you're doing that, I want you to feel what that feels like on your fingers and the tips of your fingers as you open just wide enough so that you can fit in. This is an intelligent sphere, so filled with energy and healing. It comes on and goes all around you. You made the perfect space for it. Wow, have you done this before? Now you're inside this beautiful, elongated sphere that has opened in front of you. And you're able to start taking even more breaths. And the essence of that sphere actually comes into your breath. And it fills you, lighting you up all over at the same time. The intention at this moment is for the sphere to remain open until all the healing in your body has coursed through slowly, with gentle ease. And this could take a good 2 to 3 days. Here's where you understand that you can go into this state. You can request an Arcturian healing sphere. And now you know how to open it and enter. And while you're in there, all 13 chakras, all 7 of your body begin the healing process. And you have entered a portal that has opened another portal. All the little portals of your 13 and 7. Here is where you can visualize beautiful purple energy. You can do this every night. You can do this every morning. I want you to now thank the Arcturian nation for being so mindful and so thoughtful, so loving and compassionate, that they have created these portals within a portal so that we can receive what we need. And at the same time that they can take with them everything that we don't. And they know how to disperse that energy and transmute it. Let the Arcturians know that you will be calling on them, because now you know they exist. Now you know that energy method exists and it is just for you. Ask and you shall receive. Truly means that you ask for any of the Creator's creation that was made to help us to come and to deal with that we need their help with. And we will receive healing and help, guidance. You will remain with that open portal. And again, it'll be slow and gentle. I want you to visualize your heart, all your senses as you are now greeted by these Arcturian energies, you have created a healing space where you all will sit, receive healing, and open communication for any information they need to give you. And as we continue moving forward by removing things that do not help us at this point, maybe this portal takes you to their mothership or to Arcturus, their temple. Sometimes the temple is the place that you are in. Allow the healing to happen. I want you to now envision a matrix of light that is now anchoring you to this healing. This is very typical of Arcturians because this is how they pull out negative ego programming from both your conscious and subconscious mind. And as they begin to pull that energy out, you also feel it on your etheric and energetic field. You feel how emotionally you're feeling just a little happy. Syrian energies are called upon. Andromedan energies are called upon. And you thank them. And you thank the Arcturian healing method as they come to you. At this point, we ask the Arcturian light ship to please transport us in this beautiful, safe portal. And as we receive energy, we begin to feel the synthesizing and harmonization of all the levels of our awareness. We feel a higher light, and as it courses through all levels of our body, our etheric body feels humbled. And healing begins at a whole new different level. And we ask at this point that our energies of this technology now be sent to our bodies here on earth. And it happens through that portal that we're inside of. And we begin to breathe in that energy as it goes into our bodies. Breathe in that energy from this beautiful light ship as it connects our etheric bodies and our astral bodies. into our mental and emotional and physical body. In our safe bubble, we are taken to what they call a light synthesis chamber, a totally open chamber, but it's a chamber nonetheless. And you feel the high frequency light that these Arcturians are running through our etheric body, holographic grid. We are, in essence, a holographic grid. And they use their form, so don't even ask, let it enter. And at this point, let your Arcturian helpers and healers work on that particular type of healing that they use in open up that body part that you've been waiting for. You don't need to tell them where it is. They already know. You just need to allow them and give yourself permission to give them permission to work on that area or those areas. Now your physical body begins to feel a bit of comfort. You may feel a little pressure in your head. That's only because of the high vibrational healing light that you are receiving from your holographic etheric body into your physical body. Allow that to happen. Take deep breaths. Now, because they are who they are, this healing code has entered your body and it begins to do the work. Now it's time for a little love and joy as we get transported into a beautiful pink and purple, what they call chambers. People call these chambers, but they're open. It's more of an experience area that they have for you. This is their emotional healing chamber. Again, it is located in the Arcturian light ship. And it is here and now that you get to experience this beautiful light generating and filling your entire being. These are very intense and high frequencies of love and joy and ease and comfort and grace. They all fill your holographic etheric bodies. And that body actually brings it down and channels it to your physical body, your brain. And as you receive these pulses, they actually go into your body and your brain and your chakras, and they stay there working alongside everything that you have received from other chambers. We're lucky today. We're getting ourselves ready to receive energy wind clearing device methods, healing methods. Now, this is a very advanced light technology, and you can find it sitting very well, very tightly into your chakras. And it's usually the solar plexus chakra, but you all know at this point that one chakra affects all others. Take a deep breath while this begins. And I know it feels like we're going so fast, but we're not, because these healings continue in the body for days and days and days. Now this beautiful device they're using is again very advanced, like technology, and it clears any mucus and debris and artifacts in your etheric bodies. As a matter of fact, you can feel it working through the etheric meridians. There is etheric meridians, chakras, nadis, veins, arteries, capillaries, follicles, everything that you have in your physical body is also present in the etherical body. So at first, this advanced light healing is touching your holographic version of your etheric body. Your etheric body at this point is receiving this energy, and this energy is now being allocated into your body's energetic system. Feel it. The reason why they call it the energetic wind device is because it rotates clockwise like a fan would rotate, and it gives these wind effect, and you feel these energetic winds just wisp around you and through you, and you feel that. Take a deep breath while we get ready. Oh, we really are lucky. It looks like we are going to get the full effect of Arcturian healing. Oh, wow. Okay. We're going into the physical healing mechanism chamber at this point. Again, it's not like a closed chamber. It's really an open, and it's inside their starship, and we're just being moved around. This is just incredible. Take deep breaths as we're being moved at this point. We're being explained that usually when we sleep, and usually at night, because we do use our circadian rhythm here on this earth, we always do this thing called biolocation. And by doing that, we usually already get to be taken to this particular chamber, but they're making an exception today, because usually this happens at night when we're sleeping. So our soul body is the one that is taken, the soul body, while we're sleeping, our soul body is the one that goes through this healing. But we have our etheric representation, and of course this energy is coming through to your soul, and of course we need to thank Lord Arcturus for creating this beautiful space for this type of work, which helps us with our physical health issues and also alleviates any symptoms associated with our ascension, always making things so easy for us. We are so thankful. We are so thankful. And in turn, we ask that you teach us how we could give back, not only to everyone around us, but also to the Arcturian and Andromedan and Sirius and Lyrian. We ask for clarity in that. Respect. Take a deep breath. We're about to get moved. Once again, my eyes to take a look. We're in they people call it the golden cylinder. It looks like a golden. It's made of. It looks golden, and it has several wisps of energy all around, and you can feel that. And here we go. We're actually entering. It looks like an individual cylindrical energy. It's like a little elevator that you would put yourself in, just a personal elevator. And of course, thank you, Lord Arcturus, because you are the one that is making this happen directly. And here we feel how all our impurities are being taken as this cylinder begins to go around and around. We don't feel it, we don't see it, it's just doing it. And as it moves around, it's like the washer and dryer. The washer, when it's on spin cycle, it presses the wet clothes into their walls. Well, all your negative energy. And take a deep breath and feel and envision all those negative energies, negative thoughts, any illness, any disease, anything. Just watch it cling to that wall and pass through. It's removing all toxic energies. We can see it with colors. We can feel it. Any implantations that we have received while we were growing up in different homes, in different lifetimes throughout the dimensions, it's just getting unwanted implantation. Any elementals that were not working for us, that we have gathered and did not feel we were comfortable removing, or didn't even know we had any mucus, or it usually looks like a mucus membrane of some kind. Here we do gather shadow parasites. These are all getting moved out of the way. We're feeling more balanced, more energetic. We're feeling a beautiful new level of energy coming in through the middle of the cylinder, filling us and pushing away from our bodies, our etheric bodies, and in turn is happening also in our physical body. And here we go. The cylinder is now coming up and we can see ourselves. I want you to envision yourself. You look shiny. And as that cylinder is pulling up, so it's taking everything that you just released up with it. And I want you to envision and feel how clear your energy is, how not stagnant your energy is at this point. And this journey is just incredible. Now, we are at a point where we have this beautiful natural glow. Our body is starting to feel better. Remember, in our physical body, it takes a while because it is a matter-filled body. And it takes a while for this. While we feel it in our etheric body will enter back into our bodies, and then the healing continues. But first, we need to get that etheric healing that we received and then bring it into our physical bodies. So we're being moved at this point to a platform. This looks just like the teleportation platform in a Star Trek movie. And I want you to step onto your platform. Don't be afraid. We're in our etheric bodies, and while we are beaming energy to our physical body, this last part is where we get our etheric body and deposit it back into our physical bodies. And they're being so gentle with us. And we are so freaking lucky that we're getting the full Arcturian healing. I think it's, and I'm getting that energy is, we need you to see what happens while you're awake. Okay, so as we get ourselves into our positions, I see these little round spaces, and we need to step onto this little, every one of us has a little round space. Again, it looks just like a Star Trek teleportation device. I'm ready to see Mr. Chekhov or Bones move those little levers. Okay, so at this point, I want you to really, truly, truly focus on my voice. If there's anything that your mind wanders, it's okay. Remember that all you need to do is listen to my voice. Take a deep breath in. Breathe out. Now, usually this is a very superhuman kind of thing, and it takes you, without someone to help you, many, many years of meditation experience to be able to do this. But today you are going to do this because this type of healing and the helpers that we're receiving, they're here all around us. And they're going to help us focus, and they're asking, focus on my voice. At this moment, I'm going to ask the Arcturians here today to add on to this etheric body and physical body, to anchor us with our third eye, with their beautiful, invisible superconductor crystal plate onto our third eye, and to help us to easily reflect and receive the reflection of the high vibrational light that we are receiving and help us to align with our higher self in all its aspects. And again, listen to my voice. We are now working with our third eye. We are now connecting with a very high vibrational light. We're aligning with our higher self and all our higher self aspects. We're increasing our capacity for this beautiful energy and capacity and ability that to us here on this earth could only be explained as the power of magic. But we know that it's much more than that outside this time and space. Continue listening to my voice because your mind does wander a bit. It is expected, and we can see all around us the Andromedans, we see the Lyrians, we see the Syrians, we see our Arcturian brothers and sisters, and their energies help us. And this is a very painless procedure. There is no fear at this point. And allow yourself to receive this amplified connection that they're lending us, so we know what it feels like with our higher self. Here, we begin to activate development, light, and activation of telepathy, bilocation, and telekinesis, or what other people call psychokinesis. Right now, we're receiving help and facilitation of this moment where our etheric bodies are now physically moving into our physical bodies, and they're all here helping us receive our etheric bodies into our physical bodies, anchoring feel how our physical body turns into etheric energy, and then use this point of bilocation that we've just activated in order to find yourself back and bring back matter as one. Now your physical body has fused with your etheric body. You now know how to use your bilocation teaching. Take a deep breath as we continue to realize that we are here in the now, that we are part of our physical bodies. Feel how your solar plexus distributes this energy that we have received. You feel lighter. You feel safe. You definitely, I personally did not expect the full spectrum of this healing, but they're so wonderful. They're so incredible. Take deep breaths and welcome back. I'll give you some time to get some water and compose yourself and get yourself back to us.